So now we're going to look at curves and their concavity to determine if they're underestimating or overestimating. So with the midpoint rule, right, we will consistently underestimate the area under the curve when it's concave up, and the opposite is true when it's concave down. So this is something else we want to keep in mind, because sometimes you'll be asked to create an overestimation or underestimation, and you want to know which method to use in order to overestimate or underestimate. So with midpoint rule, concavity determines overestimation or underestimation. So let's go ahead and estimate the area under our same curve from 0 to 1 with 4 rectangles. But now we're using midpoints, and is this an overestimate? Explain. So first, we can go ahead and sketch if we like. Once again, our curve 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to break that into 4 increments. It goes from 0, 0 to 1, 1. This is the area we're looking for. Once again, you don't have to draw a sketch every time. I'm going to, just because this is brand new. So I know that this is 1/4, this is 2/4, 3/4, and 1, which is 4/4. Now, in this problem though, we want to find midpoints. So 0 plus 1/4 divided by 2 creates 1/8. As this midpoint, and that's what I'm going to use here for this height. 1/4 plus 2/4 is 3/4, divided by 2 makes here 3/8, and that's what we're going to use for that height. 2/4 plus 3/4 is 5/4, divided by 2 makes 5/8. That's the height we're going to use for that rectangle. Oh, that wasn't too nice. And then last but not least, 3 plus 4/4 makes 7/4, divided by 2, 7/8. So that's the height here we're going to use for that midpoint. So the area using my midpoint is approximately, now the base of each of my rectangles is still 1/4, but now we're going to do f of 1/8 plus f of 3/8 plus f of 5/8 plus f of 7/8. Those are all the heights of my rectangles. So area using midpoints is approximately square root 1/8, square root 3/8, square root 5/8, square root 7/8, all multiplied by 1/4 units squared. And we know that is an overestimate because our curve is concave down. Now I will start to quiz you in class on these rules so that we can start to memorize them as we prepare for the exam. All right, let's move on.